right. Okay. Today we are back with another Death Note reaction video. We are on episode number 18.
Yes, brother.
And things got a little bit weird in episode 17. Right?
You think?
The ending especially. But each episode, it's like an entire lifetime of events take place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Things are getting crazy.
Yeah, things are getting spooky, eerie, odd, falling apart, but they're gonna come back together.
Yeah.
Light is now investigating himself without the knowledge. It's getting crazy.
Yeah.
So let's jump into the next episode, everybody. Episode number 18. And this one is titled Ally.
Yeah.
They definitely have an ally in Rem. And whoever Rem is essentially controlling. All right, let's find out, everybody. Here we go. Let's go.
Like that music.
Yeah.
It's gonna lift him up.
Who's that? Awizama?
Oh my gosh. Exclusivity.
Damn.
You ain't allowed in, buddy.
Okay, maybe the belt.
Uh-oh. Imagine if he's not allowed in, Jim.
Oh.
Huh? What now?
Well, looks like this system is going to take some getting used to.
Is that Watari?
I think so.
Fine. How's this? Huh? Good morning.
What's wrong? Did you get hurt?
Oh, this? Kind of. I had a little fight with my wife, and it's just that my daughter's still young, and I'm hardly ever at home as it is, so...
Ah,
What?
yes. It's probably best if you sleep at home.
Well, you're gonna be missing out. The rooms in this place are amazing. If I were you, I'd just move the whole family in here.
Oh.
Yeah. That's easy for you to say as a bachelor. Where are they?
Oh, they're on a date. Last we checked, all of them were up in Misa's room.
Surveillance cameras.
Look at Misa,
Well,
Jared.
since we know Misa has some connection to the second Kira, I guess it does make sense. But for God's sake, Matsuda, would you stop with this Misa crap?
Yeah, sure.
Man, this has got to be the lamest date I've ever been on.
No, please, just pretend I'm not even here, okay? By the way,
This guy.
are you gonna eat that piece of cake?
Cake makes you fat. I'm not gonna eat any.
Oh.
Actually, I found that you don't gain any weight as long as you burn calories by using your brain.
So now you're calling me stupid? Fine then. I'll give you the piece of cake as long as you agree to leave me and Light alone.
Even if I leave you two alone, I'm still gonna be watching on surveillance cameras.
El,
That
take-
wouldn't make any difference.
Take the fork out of your mouth,
Bert,
brother.
could you stop it with your creepy hobby?
You can call me whatever you like. Last chance for cake.
Okay then. I'll just close the curtains and turn off the lights.
We have infrared cameras in here as well.
What's wrong with you? I thought moving here was supposed to help us catch Kira.
Yeah.
But since we've been here, you don't seem all that motivated to me.
Not motivated. You're right. Actually, I'm depressed.
Depressed? What for?
Well, truthfully, all this time I thought that you were Kira, and my entire case hinged on that fact. I guess I just can't get past the fact that my deduction was wrong. Although having said that, I'm still suspicious of you. That's why we're wearing these. And we also know that Kira can control people's actions, which means it's highly likely that Kira was controlling your actions so that I would suspect you. If I assume both you and Misa were being controlled by him, then everything we've observed so far makes a lot more sense to me.
If that's what you think, Misa and I were both Kira during the time that we were being controlled, right?
Yes, I don't think I could have been wrong about that. The two of you are Kira.
Wow.
If what I'm thinking is correct, when your confinement began, you were Kira. I don't believe it's coincidence that as soon as you were imprisoned, all the killing was stopped. Until then, everything pointed to you being Kira. But after 2 weeks, criminals actually began dying again. Based on that evidence, I can only conclude that Kira's power passes between people.
Wow.
That's an interesting idea. But if it's true, it'll be nearly impossible for us to catch Kira.
Yes, that's why I'm overwhelmed. Even if we catch someone under his control, they'll likely lose their powers and any memory of their crimes.
Wow.
So in the end, pursuing them becomes futile.
But at this point, we have no way of knowing if that's the case. Cheer up, would you?
Cheer up? No, I'm sorry, I can't. It's probably better if I just stop trying so hard. By chasing Kira so desperately, we're just putting our lives at risk for nothing. Yes, it's just a waste of time.
We've never seen him this pessimistic,
Yeah.
right? He just said that he's depressed and that he's overwhelmed. I believe it.
Yeah. I mean, you can see the bags under his eyes, man.
Like, this is one of the toughest cases he's ever tried to crack.
Yeah.
It's tough for him to acknowledge and sit with the fact that he was wrong
About what?
about Elle being Kira,
Light?
about Light being Kira.
He wasn't wrong.
I know, but unless this is a crazy act, again, in front of Light and Misa,
Yeah.
he's saying that's what he's depressed about.
Yeah.
That he was wrong.
Yeah. And after he said he was depressed, he deduced
Yeah.
that the power must be able to be passed between people.
Yeah.
And that when the power is passed, the previous Kiras lose all their memory.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think he knows he's not wrong.
Yeah.
He just, it's frustrating because he's just chasing his tail.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It feels like, but he's right there, Jared. Like, Rem, if Rem wasn't out there and these killings stopped, there you go. These are these guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the fact that there are still killings, I feel like.
What's that game we used to play? Is it Whack-A-Mole or something?
Oh,
The little mole animals would pop up and you try to whack them. The next one,
hippos, right?
something, and the next one would pop up. That's what Ella's playing here.
Yeah.
Ryuzaki.
Oh man! Pop. He's gonna go flying too.
She gonna slip? Oh.
Yeah, I know that really hurt.
That's enough. You don't feel like doing anything. Just because your genius deduction was wrong and I'm not Kira?
Fine, perhaps I phrased it the wrong way. I meant it would be pointless for us to make a move, so we shouldn't even bother.
If we don't chase Kira, he'll never be caught. Is that what you want? If you were just gonna give up, then why did you involve all those innocent people? More importantly, what was the point of putting Misa and me behind bars?
I understand. But still, whatever the reason...
Oh! Did he
an
kick
eye
him?
for an eye, my friend.
Yeah, guys, this is a pointless battle. They're both gonna. Damn.
It's not my deduction that was wrong. The fact is, I can say that Light Yagami is Kira, and Misa Amane is the second Kira, but it won't be enough to solve the case, and that's why I'm a little depressed. Is that so unreasonable? Yes.
Yes, it is. Besides, you should hear yourself. It's as if you won't be satisfied unless I am Kira.
I won't be satisfied unless you're Kira. Well, there may be some truth to that. In fact, now that you mention it, you're right. I think I wanted you to be Kira.
Damn!
As I said before, an eye for an eye. I'm a lot stronger than I look, you know.
Oh, kicks! Oh my
room
lord!
and
Like
stop
Conor
them.
McGregor up in there, Jared.
Yes?
Ryuzaki, I've got good news.
Misa is #1 in 18 magazine's reader
Oh my
popularity
goodness.
poll.
Matsuda can't be serious.
He's gonna get fired.
And get this, she's gonna get a lead role in Nishinaka's next movie.
Wait,
What was that?
Matsuda's acting stupid again.
yeah, what is Matsuda up to,
What is
Jared?
he doing?
What if Matsuda's being
I can hear you,
controlled?
you know.
Or is he just simply infatuated with Misa?
Yeah. All right. 2 months later.
Okay.
Ryuzaki, I know you're not feeling up to it, but come over here for a second. Take a close look at this. It can't be coincidence. All of them were prominent Japanese businessmen, CEOs whose companies are leaders in their respective industries. In just over a month, they all died of heart attacks. As expected, there's been a general downturn in the market, with the exception of Yotsuba.
With the exception of Yotsuba.
Their deaths have worked in Yotsuba's favor.
Yeah.
Looking back, there have been 13 similar deaths in the past 3 months. Your thoughts? Based on this, I can only conclude that Kira is supporting Yotsuba.
It could be. But if what you're saying is true, we can assume that punishing criminals is not this Kira's real intent.
Yep.
Right. Punishing criminals is a diversion for him. It obscures the fact that he's actually killing people for the benefit of his company. Are you feeling a bit more motivated now?
Wow. All right. Jordan, this seems really eerie, right? What's that show on either HBO or Showtime that has to do with business, like a family fighting each other to rise the ranks in business?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I haven't watched that.
Start with a C or something? I don't know.
It's one word, right?
Yeah, one word. Not concession.
Succession.
Succession.
Yeah,
There it is.
Yeah.
This feels like Succession.
Oh.
Except with real life on the line here. My Lord. This may have happened in real life.
What may have?
This type of... That's how cutthroat capitalism and business is.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Right? Like killing your rivals. Or obviously we know about like insider trading. You know? When you receive stock tips or something like that. But this is just taking capitalism and business and ruthlessness to an entirely new level.
Yeah, and it's what made Rem say human beings are disgusting creatures.
Yeah. All right, we have a note here. It says the borrower of the death note will not be followed by a god of death. The god of death always remains with the owner of the death note. Also, the borrower cannot trade the eyesight of the god of death. Okay. So...
Yeah, I know. They keep giving us these little clues.
Like the Yotsuba team, are they borrowers of a death note? Right?
The one person?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if Rem gave that person ownership or... I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, me either.
I don't know what's going on. But we do know that they have completely different motivations than Light did, than Misa did. Because it's a diversion tactic that Rem is using. All right, it says when the owner of the death note dies while the note is being lent, its ownership will be transferred to the person who is holding it at that time.
Okay.
We haven't come across that yet either.
Yeah.
When the owner of the death note dies while the note is being lent, its ownership will be transferred to the person who is holding it at that time.
Got it.
Okay.
Halfway through.
Yes, sir.
It's funny. This is starting to feel too easy. Look at all we've done and no one suspects a thing.
Our stock continues to increase, but we've kept it below the radar.
Indeed. Everything appears to be proceeding according to plan.
Damn.
That's true. However, there is one thing that has me concerned. Those 3 we had killed last week. Why did all of them die of heart attacks? I thought we agreed one would be accidental.
You're quite right. We did. The problem was that we named a specific location in Japan. You see, he wasn't even here when he died. I hear he and his mistress were in Italy at the time.
Makes sense. If our request is physically impossible, then...
Kira will kill that person using his default method, a heart attack.
It's just like I was saying last week. If you want it to look believable, request accidental death or disease, and Kira will always find the quickest way to make it happen.
Anyway, given Kira's history, the police are probably still focused on the dying criminals. Quite frankly, if someone was able to trace the deaths of these people back to us, then he'd have to be a god. Besides, we've taken precautions.
Is that Kira? This guy seems like he's Kira, Jared. He's got Light's personality, L's personality mixed in.
Kill that person using his default method, a heart attack.
It's just like I was saying last week. If you want it to look believable, request accidental death or disease, and Kira will always find the quickest way to make it happen.
Anyway, Given Kira's history, the police are probably still focused on the dying criminals. Quite frankly, if someone was able to trace the deaths of these people back to us, then he'd have to be a god. Besides, we've taken precautions.
Oh, hey, Chief! Oh, you too, Mogi. I've got some great news. This is amazing. I'm not even sure how he figured it out, but Light has a theory that Kira is somehow involved with the Yotsuba group. Can you believe it?
Yotsuba?
Yes.
That's probably it. Good work.
Huh?
Wait, what?
We just spoke with the director, and it seems Kira has offered bribes to a number of politicians.
Kira made an offer. As long as the NPA agrees not to pursue him anymore, he won't lay a hand on any politicians.
Oh!
So that's that. The police caved in to him.
Wow.
Mogi and I have already made up our minds on this. Aizawa, Matsuda, if you wish to continue working this case, you'll have to hand in your letter of resignation to the MPA, just as Mogi and I are going to do. Like it or not, you cannot pursue Kira as a member of the police force anymore.
Hold on a second, Chief.
They made it quite clear. If you continue to work with Elle, you'll be fired. That's all there is to it.
Damn.
So then, Chief, you're gonna...
In a few hours, I'm no longer going to be your chief. However, we all have our own lives, so think it over carefully.
That's true, Chief. Especially if you've got a family to support.
If you want my opinion, you'd be better off as police officers. I was alone when I started this case, and although I'm grateful to all of you for staying with me as long as you have, I know that I can do this by myself. I'll be sure to visit you at the department and bring you Kira's head as a reward for all that you've sacrificed.
Ryuzaki, as long as I'm alive, you won't be working alone. You have my word on that.
That's right. I'll have Light working with me until I catch Kira, so I won't be alone after all. But as I said, I think the rest of you should remain as police officers.
But when you first contacted us, you said that you would need the help of the police in order to solve this case.
That's because the police as an organization were still hoping to arrest Kira. They weren't bowing to him. Besides, with all due respect, there's a big difference between the help of 2 or 3 civilians and the police as an organization. As you said, the police have made their position clear. They don't want to catch Kira, so let's just leave it at that.
Well, I suppose what you're saying makes sense. If we're not police officers anymore, we won't be of much use to you. However, we're all personally involved in this. All of us have risked our lives to catch Kira. Doesn't that give us the right to decide whether we stay here or return to the police force?
Good point. Then by all means, please make your decision.
But Chief, wait.
Did he just tie that
whether we
in
stay
his
here
mouth?
or return
It looks
to the
like
police force?
Good point. Then by all means, please.
I always wanted to be able to do that.
Yeah.
With a cherry...
cherry stems?
Yeah, something.
So those are 2 cherry stems that he just tied together.
Almost looks like a noose.
Ooh.
And he said he'll bring Kira's head to them.
Ooh.
I don't know. Fascinating. Did this chain get longer between
Please make your
Light
decision.
and L?
But Chief, wait. If you quit your job with the police force, you'll be unemployed. Even if we do catch Kira, what are you gonna do after that?
After that? I hadn't really thought of it, but I suppose after we catch Kira, I'll have to dust off my resume.
Count me in! I'm gonna quit the police and chase Kira too, Chief! And I still have my job as Misa's manager. Besides, if I stayed on as a police officer, I'd feel like a total loser.
Think before you open your mouth, Matsuda.
What happened to Matsuda?
He's a liability now.
Is there any way I could still keep my job and help you in my spare time?
There isn't. If you remain a police officer, then please don't come back here.
But you know I won't leak any information.
I won't be sharing any of our information. You're free to pursue Kira on your own if you want to. But I don't think it's fair to your families to burden them by giving up your livelihood just to continue this. I can't see how that's a good idea.
It's as Ryuzaki says. No one here is going to blame you for quitting.
Yeah, right. We all understand why you've got to do this.
But the Chief has a family too.
Our situations are completely different.
Damn it. Leave now after all we've been through. I said I was prepared to die if that's what it took to catch him, and I meant it. What kind of friend would I be to Ukita if I quit now? I became a detective so I could catch the bad guys, not run away!
Ryozaki, early on in the investigation, you specifically told me that if a task force member were to lose their job under any circumstances, I should make preparations to ensure that their family's financial future was secure.
Ooh.
If you recall, a trust was set aside for that very purpose. I'm a little curious as to why you're withholding this information.
He just shared it publicly with them.
Place, Watari.
I'm sorry.
No way! So all this time we had nothing to worry about? I can't believe you did that! There you go, Aizawa! Isn't that great news?
Ryuzaki. I assume that was some kind of
Yeah,
test.
that was strategic.
I was to this task force.
Another
It's
test.
not like that, Aizawa. Ryuzaki's just not the type to say things directly. You should know that by now.
Yeah, that's right.
No.
Uh-huh.
I was testing you. I wanted to see which one you would choose.
Ryuzaki.
Matsuda's out.
Fine then. If I wasn't sure before, I am now.
But Aizawa...
Let's face it, I wasn't able to decide right away like you guys. I was leaning towards going back to the police.
Come on, Aizawa. Don't be so stubborn.
No, I quit.
Oh.
Now I know this for sure. I've always hated Ryuzaki.
Oh,
I
snap.
hate him and his way of doing things.
That's too bad, because I like you, Aizawa.
I also hate the way you've always got to have the last word. You insult me, now you say something like that? That's it. I'm out of here.
Thank you for everything.
He's gotta get the last word.
Disgruntled former employee.
Oh, yeah.
Alert.
Yeah, it feels like he's gonna search for Kiran himself, by himself.
I just found another one. A general manager of a bank, Yotsuba's biggest competitor. On September 7th, he slipped and fell on the front steps of his house and died. Instantly.
September the 7th was a Friday, wasn't it? After going over this again, I noticed something. All the deaths which are beneficial to Yotsuba are concentrated around the weekends.
Huh? On the weekends?
With the first few victims, the time of death appears to have been random. More recently, they all take place between Friday night and Saturday afternoon.
I'm amazed that you even noticed that, Chief.
Matsuda, I thought I told you to stop calling me Chief.
I'm sorry, but you'll always be the Chief to me.
Sure, this
is
guy.
a really important clue, Dad. Nice work.
Nice work.
You know, I can't let myself fall behind you and Ryozaki. After all, the last thing I want is to be dead weight.
Dead weight?
Is Kira someone from Yotsuba? Or is Kira simply using Yotsuba? I haven't figured that out yet, but we'll proceed under the assumption that this is Kira's doing. We will focus on Yotsuba.
This is all of the Yotsuba Group's employees.
Damn.
Here.
Thank you very much.
That's 300,000 people.
Whoa.
How did he put this together so quickly? That's amazing, Mogi.
He's been incredibly efficient from the start.
Ryuzaki, please tell me, is there anything I can do to help with the investigation besides the manager thing?
He feels like dead weight.
Go to your
You
room.
really want to be useful?
Yes.
Then could you get me another cup of coffee?
Oh.
And for our guests over there as well.
Oh,
Who that?
is that someone from
Hold on a
Yotsuba?
sec. Who let them in?
Those two are the newest members of the task force.
The name's Iber. I'm a con man. How's it going?
What up,
I'm
Iber?
Weddy, and I'm a thief by trade.
A con man and a thief.
That's right. Iber is a lifelong con man. His unparalleled social skills allow him to befriend and gain the trust of any target. We'll use him for infiltration. As for Weddy, she's a thief who specializes in cracking high-end security systems. As proof of that, she was able to enter the building without setting off a single...
You expect us to work with criminals?
Yes, that is
prototypical
correct.
criminals.
However, these two have never once been caught, so it's unlikely they'll be killed by
Oh, wow.
Kira. Think of them as professionals of the underworld.
Okay.
I understand. To investigate Yotsuba, we're gonna need the help of people like this. Let's all do our part and make this happen, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aoizama.
Huh? Daddy?
What?
Yumi. Eriko.
What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be at work right now? You need to tell me if you're planning to be home for dinner. I just went shopping and I only bought for me and Yumi.
You can eat my dinner and I'll have dessert instead.
Sorry. It was sort of a last-minute decision, but they just gave me some time off.
Huh? Is a time off a vacation, Daddy?
Yeah, that's right.
Yippee!
From now on, I can have a break every single week. Now I can go with you to the park. Maybe we can go to the zoo together. Or the amusement park.
Damn, I feel bad for him, Jared. Yeah.
What's wrong, Dad? Mommy, why is Daddy crying?
Aoizawa.
All right.
Okay.
How did we end up here, Jordan? Like, that's the question I have. How in the world did we end up here? Right? L and Light are chained together. They got video cameras on Misa. 2 new people are about to join the task force to direct their efforts to Yotsuba. Like, what?
What are their names again?
Their names are Iber, who's the con man, and Weddy, who is the thief.
Okay. I don't know how we ended up here, man. The writer of this show. That's how we ended up here.
They know.
Yeah. Yeah, when we experience top-notch plotting.
Yeah.
Literally, a writer plotting out a storyline, Jared. When we experience it in visual form. At such a high level.
Do you have any predictions for what may happen next? Where the plot may go?
For some reason, I feel like we're going to find out who the third Kira is. But other than that, all my predictions would be futile.
Okay.
They'd be futile. You?
No real predictions, but like, what is going to happen to Light in particular?
Yeah.
Like, I'm okay with Misa. All right, Misa had a short stint, it seems, as Kira. And she's infatuated with Light. Is Light just going to get off here? Light was a calculated killer for a prolonged period of time.
Do you still view him in that light? Because he himself at this point has no memory of that.
I don't know if that's true.
Okay.
I don't know if that's true.
If he's acting here,
yeah,
then that's one of the best acting jobs. He's a better actor than Misa, better actor than Light, better actor than anyone.
Than L, you mean?
Than L, yeah. They're the same person.
Yeah.
They're twins.
Yeah, looking at them chained up, I'm trying to ask myself, who is the dog or pet in this situation? Right? At points, it looks like L is on his knees on the floor looking like a dog. And at other points, it looks like Light is the pet.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Them being chained up reminded me of us being twins.
Ooh, expound.
For almost all of our lives, Jared, we've been together.
Chained up in the basement together.
And at certain times, like you talk about the pet, who's the pet in the situation, who's the owner. I feel like it's changed over the years.
What the hell are you talking about here?
I'm using your analogy.
Okay. I got to hear this. What are you talking about?
Well, at certain times, like, okay, think about their fight, right?
Okay.
An eye for an eye. I guess it was pretty even, but for us, I don't know if this parallel makes sense, but for us, over the years, there were times where you could beat the hell out of me, and I couldn't do a damn thing about it. And then other years, I would pick you up and just chokehold you. You couldn't do a thing, right? So over the years, it's sort of alternated, but it just made me think, like, okay, I think we understand what it feels like to be chained with somebody for your entire life.
Okay.
But I don't even know if any of that made sense. I apologize, everybody.
Fair enough. All right, people. Episode 18 done. We are just about halfway through this series.
Yeah.
And think about that for a minute. We're halfway through. All that has happened, and we are halfway through. Right? There are people and characters that we're still meeting. Iber and Weddy. New characters. Let's go.
Let's keep this thing moving, everybody. Thank you so much for watching episode number 18 with us. Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. If this is your first time watching this series with us, what do you think is going to happen next? And who do you think this third Kira is? Out of all of the businessmen, I don't know. Let us know. We hope you enjoyed. We'll see you soon, everybody.
We love you. Do not forget, be kind.
Keep an open mind, everybody.
Peace.